you. 17 arrests. Cincinnati's interim police chief sharing the number of people connected to disturbances throughout downtown and over the Rhine after opening day festivities. Chief Adam Henney releasing a statement today saying those being held responsible range in age from 14 to 50. We have team coverage tonight of that chaos. We're going to start with WLWT News 5's Aaron Thomas. Aaron, you were at the banks last night when all of this was unfolding.
Yeah, that's correct, Megan. In fact, we were not too far from Marion Spencer Way when we witnessed two women being placed in handcuffs. They were engaged in some sort of fight. It looks like they were shortly released after, but that's just one of many forms of disorderly conduct that police had to respond to all around the city. Now, out of the 17 people arrested, just a few faced a judge for the first time today. This video captured by a viewer shows chaos at the banks with a massive crowd swarming a line of police officers. You can see people pushing and shoving, and even fights broke out. In court today, one of the people facing charges was ordered to stay away from the banks where we are right now. One person with one of the stiffer penalties was Shaquan Walker, and now he's accused of striking an officer in the back. His bond was set at $140,000 on charges of assault, resisting arrest, obstruction, and disorderly conduct.
Your Honor, officers are asking for a high bond due to the fact that a assault and appeal was allegedly committed, and also resisted arrest while trying to be detained.
Now, the judge who listened to many of these cases today, he had strong words for those involved in this chaos, saying that he purposely set high bonds in hopes of preventing further issues around the city, including here at the banks. Reporting live at the banks, Aaron Thomas, WLWT News 5.
Man, Aaron, 48 hours ago, all of the business leaders there at the banks were talking about opening day business for them, but also security in all of this. How are business owners at the banks now responding to what happened yesterday?
Yeah, so of course, we've been trying to speak with some of those business owners one-on-one, but instead a lot of them released a collective statement, joint statement, which reads in part, you can see on your screen, they immediately cooperated with CPD in clearing the area and closing down businesses. They also went as far as thanking law enforcement, saying that they will continue to work together to ensure the banks is a safe place to have fun. So definitely, as you can see right here live, much different scene than there was just several hours ago. Megan?
Absolutely. Aaron Thomas reporting live for us there at the banks. Aaron, thank you. The chaos not just at the banks, though, it was spread across the city. This is video that was taken at Washington Park. You could see dozens of teenagers there. Officers actually had to clear the park at one point, sending all of them home. And it was a devastating evening for some of the victims who were assaulted. One of them, a 13-year-old girl who was beaten and kicked nearly by a half dozen assailants. WLWT News 5's Brian Hamrick live for us with this story. And Brian, you spoke with that girl today.
Yeah, I talked to the teen and her family today. They're very concerned about her safety, so they did not want her to appear on camera. There is video of this attack circulating extensively on social media. They wanted everybody to know just how disturbing this has all been for everyone.
She down on the ground, they kicking her, pulling her hair, they stole her belongings. As she getting up, they still kicking her. I don't even gotta look at the video. I could just hear it and I just wanna cry.
That's the aunt of the 13-year-old. She says it began as a robbery in Over the Rhine. Not long after the Reds game began, she wanted to remain anonymous as not to give away the identity of her niece. This wasn't the only incident. We showed you some of the others caught on video as well. One where a man rushes toward police who are dealing with another issue. He gets thrown to the ground. You can see police in the middle of it all trying to keep things from getting any more out of hand. The family of the girl says the behavior on opening day affects everyone.
I think it puts a cloud over all of opening day.
A cloud, I would say a bullet in it. It killed it. From the banks to Washington Park, the whole downtown was in an uproar yesterday.
Yeah, when I talked to the girl, she had an ice pack on her face. It was swollen. She had bruising. She had concussions. She was released from the hospital. Fortunately, she's up and around today. Reporting live, Brain Hemrick, WLWT News 5.